Huh? Well, it's time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the North America Tournament Series, our 2026 edition, where we do have the two finalists going up against each other. It is Pezz versus tekkito. And ladies and gentlemen, it has been an absolutely wild ride. I mean, tekkito still coming back from the loser's bracket from, I believe, semifinals, coming up from the finals, now into the grand finals against Pezz, who has been on an absolute tear as an 8th seed through the entire winner's bracket and does set himself upon that winner's bracket advantage. So we do have anything to kind of look upon this match is that tekkito does have to win those 2 series if he does want a chance at that championship. Pezz with that 1 series advantage, especially lots of theory and studying upon that match last time against Picapone with tekkito, as there has been a lot of scores kind of revealed across the entire map pool from tekkito, but Pezz has a lot of in his pocket. A little bit of different mapping here with the style. I believe there's a lot more generic kind of mapping in sort of these Nomad 1s or in terms of the slot pooling. But all in all, seems pretty great here. It's time. If anyone's been pretty into this tournament series, I believe last year we did have this as our matchup for grand finals. So yet again, Pezz versus tekkito. It wasn't 2v2 last year, though. Okay, Pezz doesn't have to deal with the back and forth sliders that he was talking about in map pool feedback. R-Rock 4 gone, Hidden 3 gone, DT4 gone. Seems very standard bans to, you know, Pezz good at all, Pezz good at aim control, tekkito really good at hidden, really good at flow and that kind of stuff. Nomad 2 ban. We're not seeing the XI map. It's over. Oh, to pick Nomad 2. I'm stupid. I misread it. It was a hidden 2 ban and it was a Nomad 2 pick. Okay, never mind. We are seeing the XI map. Ancient, one of the most goated maps for this song. Spear of Destiny, lots of XL, lots of deep XLs. 4 minutes and 31 seconds, some pure 212 BPM streams. tekkito picking this, yeah, I did talk about like this guy's good at flow. So picking into this, so much sense. Pezz is still very good at this. I think when you're coming into a 1v1 tournament such as this one, this is going to be like, who's going to be performing really well today? And we do have the bracket reset happening after this, so we do have that bracket reset come in. We're going to have about, I believe, 2 to 3 hours of Osu gameplay on our screen. All right, I switched my network. It's time. So I believe timer's up. A pretty consistent map overall for the No Mod 2. You definitely see kind of like the gist of how this map kind of goes already in the first 10 seconds of this map. And basically, those DXLs and XLs definitely going to be the star of the show for this No Mod 2. But as well as stamina, it's 4 minutes and 30 seconds. It is enough time to drain the stamina out of both of these players that there is enough aim flow stamina for both of these players to kind of run out of. I'm not quite sure if there's FCs on this map currently. It is ranked. Loki would be kind of crazy to see an FC in match. Super consistent from both of these players. All the XLs and DXLs are not even catching any of these players off guard. There is a kind of a KI section where a little bit of kind of the hierarchy or the high part of the chorus for the KIs where, yeah, I believe the streams will incredibly go in ways where it's very spaced, but that is a really weird miss from Tekkito. I believe that was on a random double or random slider. Pezz will miss right after, so all the damage that Tekkito just received will slowly be fixed. It's a little bit of an advantage towards Pezz, but I believe there's a lot more act drops on Pezz. So Tekkito has act advantage. Never mind. Goodbye to that combo. The DXLs already the flow, shaking pretty much a lot. The first map nerves are already kind of here already, and Pezz has finally reached stability. And now we reach, I believe, the peak difficulty of this map. This is where this map kind of picks up in terms of the aim and in terms of the flow. And that's a 50k lead already increasing so much for Pezz, but the DXLs, yet again, the flow. And right back again, it was a 50k advantage all the way down to 30k because of that chain miss. But Tekkito misses on the beginning of that stream there. I believe it was just on the slider. Because yet again, back and forth we go with advantages, but just a little bit more leeway for Pezz because of the 36k advantage. Alright, but now into the streams. These are the streams I'm talking about. 3 bursts taken down. Tekkito here. And Pezz stabilizes. Pezz is holding. And he hits those incredibly difficultly spaced patterns. Tekkito is faltering everywhere. And this is what I love to see from the 8th seed. He finally finds a miss at the ending of that entire section. But who would have thought an 8th seed would bring out some absolute performance on this No Mod 2? I believe Pezz has done just enough to keep himself in such a huge lead. I mean, 100k to take over in this part of the map is a huge task already, but with another increasing score from Pezz, I believe this is already done and dusted. Breakpoint already. Good ending combos, though. Yeah, 422K for Pezz. Not too shabby, not too bad. Especially holding through the key, like that difficulty peak. Definitely helps so much for Pezz there. 58 misses for that 20 miss. See the dips in the performance graph. Tekkito just finding every single kind of bit of miss there. Coming into No Mod 2, Pezz opts for that DT3 pick. And what did you know? More speed, more mechanics. We love to see it. Yeah, after the rework, this is, I believe, sit at 9 stars. 293 BPM. It's 2 minutes. 3.8 circle size. We have our, default 10.3 AR. The OD is feasible. 9.8 is the, or excuse me, no, it's 10.4. I was looking at the wrong map. Okay, accuracy is going to be low key everywhere. A lot more time is being taken right now to get ready. We love our speed, ladies and gentlemen. It's a 2-minute map, so not gonna be that stamina draining. It's still so fast, and the note streams or the density is still pretty high up there. So still gonna need a lot of stamina though. Right now, tekkito accuracy advantage. So the 2 FCs pretty much singing in these melodies. And tekkito, ooh, 60 note will take him off the board, and that's gonna be a Pezz FC still on him. Not the highest act, but it is going to be the highest combo. And both of them still in S rank territory, or A rank accuracy. But it's another Ki hole. Pezz finding a break. Right down the middle. Score cap about maybe 600k. But tekkito's finest footed. Pezz another break. And tekkito advantage. That window of opportunity to try and grab that breakpoint right back at him. Stands in his way, but it finds a falter on the sliders. It's a neck and neck. Pezz dropping, both of them trading. It's neck and neck, nails as it is. Pezz finding that combo right back up again. But I believe tekkito is still in it just because the accuracy is still in his back pocket. But Pezz is trying to hold that combo so well and so strong. tekkito, he's finding a break. That should be it. That might be the consolidation. Unless Pezz just finds break points, or excuse me, chain misses everywhere. But I don't think that's going to be the case for this world-class caliber player. Pezz, the 8 seed, yet again. And you can see on the scores, it legit looks like the same score, but the highest combo, for Pezz, seeing that 892 from the beginning all the way to the middle section there. There's a reason why he's in the lead, reason why he has that consolidation. It is 2-0 lead for Pezz. 5 maps away from claiming the championship here. We're going from a DT3 to Mr. Kill Myself in game. All right, 4 minutes and 34 seconds of, or is it 4 minutes? I believe it's just 4 minutes. Yeah, 4 minutes of lovely 255 BPM stamina. Circle size 5. Maybe making it a little bit harder to aim it. Good luck, everyone's coming out. I can pretty much just tell you that those first 5 seconds of that map is basically what this map is for about 4 minutes and a half. Who's more consistent is the question for this DT2. For combos, it is a max combo of 2,499. I believe was it 3 DTFCs on this map? 4 DTFCs? I believe there's like a higher one. Oh my goodness, tekkito with the shake. He's shaking off of the notes. You're trying to loosen up and try to be speedy with the accuracy is paying some consequences currently. Yeah, I was gonna compliment tekkito's accuracy, but does find the drop all the way back down to what should have been 98%, now is 95%. Now back into the gist of it. Has calm and collected. Already halfway done the map, halfway through all the combos. tekkito, another break. Another potential break point coming up soon. He's losing control. And it's just unfortunate. tekkito just looks so good in this first third of the map with the high accuracy at 98%, but As later we go on to the map. It's 4 minutes 30 seconds. A marathon as this one could be so taxing on your nerves and possibly your stamina here, and I believe it's already taxing him well enough as Pezz is still seeing 800 more combos to go. Okay. Pezz dropped the FC. It's a little crazy score nonetheless. That pretty much wraps up the VT2, I believe. Could we see possibly Pezz doubling the score of tekkito? I don't think it's possible, currently with all the notes that we have. It's basically just the slow sliders at the end of the map. Tekkito finding breaks. Does Pezz double the score? Okay, he does not double the score. Unfortunate for tekkito to try and grab himself a point, but ends up getting another break point inflicted onto him, and Pezz is now up 3-0. Second pick advantage. Able to consolidate this already to go up 4-0 in the grand finals. The very last match of this tournament. An immediate picks on the NOMA 3. NOMA 3 and RE1. Inari no Hana. It is a custom, by the way. I believe I forgot to mention that. This is a custom for the NOMA 3. Made by yours truly, Kuroshina Asuka. It's a chill 3-minute 49-second map. 8.42 stars. A NOMA 3, that's 8 stars. You know how difficult these are going to be. Reaching Unravel OWC 2024 kind of levels. The difficulty, as you can see, going to come from the snap aim that's required on some of these longer strings of kind of jumps / all patterns. Very chill verse sections, but I believe the Ki is, of course, peaking as always. Lots of unorthodox and unconventional patterns. Pezz will find the first sets of breaks this time around. NOMA 2 was the first time we've seen Pezz break first in this matchup, and all these other maps that have been seeing pretty much has been Pezz missing in the beginning, but now tekkito in the first other two maps. And now Pezz advantage. The first break didn't matter much at all because tekkito did find another set of breaks in that Ki section, but not to worry. It is just by a couple of hundreds of combos, about 150. And 1-6 hit perfectly, which I believe that's the easier section of that map there. Pezz holding strong as tekkito falls. Has another set of breaks on tekkito. There is quite a couple of combo building for tekkito, but is unable to reach into that 200 combo mark as Pezz is he's doing stuff. He's showing us why he's kind of good at the game. Okay, so he FCs through the first Ki into the second Ki, and now the bridge, which is arguably the hardest part of this map. And his combo's crazy. 99.53% accuracy. About 900 combo for the man. Pezz is lights out right now. This man could do no wrong in this grand finals matchup. The 8th seed is destroying the 3rd seed. And now we have entered cross-screen territory in NOMA 3. Alright, bro. I'm not exaggerating when I said NOMA 3 cross-screens. There was some cross-screen patterns in that section. This man just locked in. He missed in the beginning of this map, or in the kind of like that first Ki build up, and now he FC through the first Ki, FCs the second verse, FCs through the second Ki, FCs the bridge in a 1.1k combo is what he got. Is that a 2-miss? That's a 2-miss. A 2-miss, 150, 500s, 300s, 2 slider end drops. .51% accuracy. That's an eye drop and score. Yeah, okay. Well, picks kind of scarce now for tekkito. There is every single map is now a landmine. And I think we have to take it to rougher dimensions as we're going to be into mind mapping. Welcome to Mind Mapping, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for an AR lower than 8. It is 7.5. Circle size 6. This is, I believe, I've seen in a couple of tournaments, but Holy Dense Aim is pretty much all I can describe of this map. A couple of notes on this map is only 3 FCs on the leaderboard. 1 hidden FC by GN and 2 FCs by Ikaru and Bashiman. One of them being an SS from Ikaru, so kind of shows you the difficulty of this Nomad 6. And it's Tekkito's pick. He's down 2 breakpoints. Needs to be able to consolidate at least 2 breakpoints to keep himself in the game. Unless the back and forths cannot happen. Very, very comfortable for both players in the beginning of this map. Until we get into the Ki, we have a very funny pattern. Alright, let's aim, ladies and gentlemen. This time, accuracy advantage towards Tekkito. Does he miss on the misread? That was the funny pattern I was talking about. The build-up does catch him off guard, and Pezz is able to hit it with perfection. And I think the map is already done and dusted. This man is still FCing. No signs of breaking whatsoever. Tekkito finding another break. It is a 3rd breakpoint in a row for Pezz. In the cross screens, but yeah, Pezz is able to hit 2 versions of those circular patterns. Another good reason why this man is basically another formidable tournament player for America. An instant pick DT1. This man knows what he needs. That's just how the ball rolls. Tekkito just finding so many unfortunate breaks in the middle of the maps. We saw in the DT2 that he's been shaking quite a bit, a little nerves getting to him. DT3, so many slider breaks at those buzz sliders, or like those back and forths. And now into a DT1, Lonely People. It's an Orla Garthland. Lonely People. Race Spirit Remix, 4 minutes. Not the right time. Not the right BPM on your screen currently. But for the AR, of course, 10.5 AR since we are at that 9.2 AR section. 2 minutes and 42 seconds. And a very, very deceivingly easy 10.6 OD. But accuracy has not been a huge problem between both of these players. It's been the combo game from Pezz. And Tekkito has been kind of doing a lot better in these accuracy games in the early maps. Or in the early seconds of the maps. I believe there's only about 10 to 20 FCs with DT on this map. Most of them with hidden. So you know what you're gonna have to go up against when you only hear that there's only 10 to 20 FCs for DT on this map. From here on out, tekkito needs to go flawless. Every single map needs to be perfection from this man. And Pezz just needs a little bit of imperfection for tekkito to be able to counter any sort of thing against Pezz, but it's been absolutely lights out from Pezz. Both of them breaking on the build up there on the stream. So 261 BPM kind of being that huge kind of BPM div spike that we've seen from Loma 3 into this DT1. I believe both players will adjust shortly. Hitting the second stream this time. Neck and neck in combo. Slowly but surely going towards the side of Pezz, but basically 100 could change. And that's a chain miss. That could change the course of this entire map. Only halfway through, Pezz with another scary recovery combo for tekkito. And it's free combo for Pezz. This is just going to increase that score lead by tenfold. As we went from a 30k, around 20k score lead entering this break section, now into a 73k lead and continuing the rise. And Pezz needs to break. Pezz needs to break in this build-up for tekkito to even have a chance. tekkito needs to hit this build-up. But when I say that, it will be Pezz hitting that build-up and tekkito finding chain misses. Both of them did break in the build-up to the key eye, but that just gives Pezz the walkway of freedom into his 6th and guaranteed tiebreaker, forcing it, essentially. As we close the final seconds of this map, has 97% accuracy. tekkito with a 95% accuracy but lower combo. It is the 8th seed, showing what it means to be a lower seed in an open rig tournament. tekkito's looking at his choices. Full Sail, reverse sweep. Is it possible? Hidden 4 is going to be picked. So tekkito's going into his preference mod for the first time this matchup. We're going into Temple of Technology. Oh my goodness. This on hidden is ridiculous. Yeah, tech. Hidden 4, tech. This is... I believe we were there for the Grand Finals, Resurrection Cup 2035. This was Fremont 4 for that tournament. I have no idea. Are they trying to rank this? This hasn't been updated in 6 months, 7 months. Whoops. I didn't say it. 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 Nothing happened. Yo, he banned him. Who loves a little bit of aim control? I do. I don't even know what he broke on. It was a slider, but I don't even know how. Miss aim, under aim, whatever it is. Tekkito down 2% of accuracy. Now is down. No, it's still down 2% accuracy, but when I say this is ridiculous on hidden, I was gonna talk about the slider streams in this map. They're stupidly mapped. And yep, they just claimed the combos of both of these players. 1/3 already done. That's a minute of map finish. Okay, Tekkito holds through the flow into the section here with a lot more tapping included. And Pezz is finding breaks everywhere. The flow that Tekkito is mainly known for, or his really good set of skills are mainly good for. And he gets through that section with ease. We see slight life from Tekkito now, as Pezz now down about 400 combo. There is some free combo here, not a lot as we've seen in the DT1 that he's been able to grab about like 6,000, or excuse me, about 80,000 score there. Then into the 1/3 section, Pezz breaking again. Kind of makes you wonder if Tekkito were able to pick some of these hidden maps earlier on, would the nerves kind of fade away the later the map goes on? Because he probably has a couple of good points here with these hidden maps on the board. Pezz did ban hidden 2 and hidden 3 for a reason, because he's not that good at these, or he's not as good as Tekkito in these kind of hidden setting flow maps. But nonetheless, he's on the board. This is important. Both of them hit the slider strings. Pezz with a good ending combo. Tekkito as well. And just like that, one yellow box is finally in Tekkito's board. 890 combo, doubling essentially, almost doubling essentially Pezz's combo for that entire map. About 130k off of doubling Pezz's score. And it's a no mod 4 insta pick from Pezz. This man has a game plan. He's sticking with it. And it's, oh goodness, it's Ritual of Anubis. Anubis. Why did I say it like that? Anubis. No. Anubis, man. No FCs on this map, so TB hype. Yeah, that's what I like to see. There's gonna be 6 straight points for tekkito here. We're bringing this to bracket reset. It's gonna be 6 points in a row for Pezz, and it's gonna be another 6 in a row for tekkito, and then tiebreaker is just gonna be an absolute bloodfest. It's gonna be like everyone's just trading combos back and forth. All right, which one of these players will grab the first FC on this map in match? Now, I'm not a gambler, but I'll put $1,000 on tekkito right now. The kind of like flow control that you have to have with these doubles kind of makes it impossible in sort of ways to act this, but both of these players are kind of showing that they're capable of doing it. Pezz just got ban-showed. He's SSing. He drops a slider end, and he finally finds a break? Banjo's tweaking now, so that probably isn't a break. Okay, I think that's enough. That's enough to combo, I believe, to go away. So Pezz, he finds the first break in this map. tekkito's going off. He's found his rhythm. 31k lead sitting on top of tekkito, but maybe that shortly goes away as Pezz has fine recovery. Breaking once was okay, but breaking a second time around gives Pezz enough room to do whatever the heck he wants now. Accuracies for Pezz, about 0.5 in the lead, keeping him well above tekkito right now in terms of who has the current lead in this lobby. But now into the hardest section of the map, cut streams hit. Let's see who's catching themselves off the buzz. Pezz finding buzz breaks here and there, and tekkito is hitting the buzz sliders. Okay, who gives a absolute damn about the accuracy, because this map is basically impossible to act in this section, and Pezz was able to essentially act through some of those sections, combo game as much, but tekkito finds a break. And it's about 2.5% lead for Pezz in accuracy and the same combo. The reason why that combo wasn't doing much for tekkito is because the accuracy of Pezz was keeping him in the lead by such a huge amount. It's a lead for tekkito, but he throws away immediately. It's 34k in the lead for Pezz. I don't think there's enough time. There has to be breaks coming up from Pezz and not tekkito. But tekkito is faltering. He's falling apart so quickly. And is it going to be finally justice for Pezz, as the combo is so much higher than tekkito? The accuracy is well above that mark. Ladies and gentlemen, I will introduce you the North American Tournament champion for 2026. It is yours truly, Pezz. What a lopsided match that was. S rank. Yeah, that's a score. Okay, insane score. Insane combo, insane accuracy. I think that's the highest accuracy in that map, I believe, in Score V2. I lied. Emmerich has 97.65. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that is your winner of the North American Tournament. Pezz on your screen currently right now. Unfortunate that tekkito wasn't able to put up the performance that he believed he was able to put up, but that is revenge from last year as tekkito won it with Rectagon last year. And Pezz officially gets revenge for Picapone as well on tekkito to officially crown himself as that lead. We will have a tiebreaker kind of showcase here. Semifinals LWC tiebreaker. Rob, unmute. Yes, Rob.
Hello.
Yes, Rob.
Oh, hi, Mom.
Mom, Pezz, you're on camera. Say hi.
I need to write some thingies first. Hold on.
It's time to write the announcement, guys. Am I tweaking for saying this tiebreaker is understart for this? Because I know this is like, I don't remember if this was finals or semifinals for OWC.
That's a great question that I
Good morning, bro.
I'm so tired. 2024. I don't know which round though.
Yep.
So people look like this thing.
Isn't this like tekkito cursor? I don't actually, or Vaxe cursor? I don't even know what cursor this is. Okay. That's over-aimed. Whoopsies. Okay, tekkito.
This mean he would have won on TV?
This possibly means he probably would have won on TB. He got unlucky. It was so unlucky. Yes, you should get Raising Canes.
Bro, I had Raising
No,
Canes on Sunday. It was caniac, double bread, no slaw. So
Don't listen to Luceroni. You gotta get yourself some Raising Canes. I had it the one time I went to America. It was really good.
Okay, why does everybody like Panda Express? I actually despise Panda Express.
Maybe, well, maybe, okay. Am I racist saying that like
Okay,
only
what?
Asian people like Panda Express?
Is that I don't know.
Cause I like Panda Express, but I'm also Asian.
I don't
But
know,
my
like,
white friends don't like
time
Panda
I eat
Express.
it's just like the worst thing ever.
Stop trying.
It's like not ever cooked well.
You're just getting unlucky, bro.
I don't know, maybe, but like, it's hard for me to not have a bad opinion of it.
No, that's true. Like, I didn't realize Pezz had a crazy combo to come back from the tekkito 1K combo. And the BPM increased to like I believe 220 or 230. This part's hard. You gotta be fast. Race this equals skill. That's probably why like I'm still in 5-digit, man. Maybe I'm not racist enough. Maybe I gotta start calling people slurs in the match. My favorite humble Osu player at Pikapone. Thank you, Pikapone, for being such a nice guy.
What is this?
Oh my god, yeah, I remember this stupid pattern in this map, yeah. I remember why this map is so hated.
Rentai! Is that Rentai? Oh my god, I love Rentai.
It's Rentai. What the fuck do they call him?
Alright.
Hey, GG, what play?
Yeah, I already made an announcement in the Discord, but badge request by the end of the week. Banners soon, TM. I'll DM the winners about their prizes because they do get money. And NADT is not happening this year, just as another PSA. It is happening next
This
year.
guy's burnt out.
I'm severely burnt out. It's really bad. So yeah, but thank you guys for watching and participating. Hopefully you guys somewhat enjoyed it. And yeah, thank you, Exia. Thank you, Bless, for the ref.
Yay!
See you guys next year.